Today's video, I'm going to explain Take Profit Trader's trailing drawdown, and even more important, how to beat it. I've released similar videos in the past, but going through the comment section, I realized there's still a lot of questions that need to be answered. And in today's video, I'm going to answer 3 questions from a previous video's comment section. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. Now we come over and we take a look at Take Profit Trader's rule set, and more importantly, the drawdown rule. Now in the test phase, there's what's called an end of the day drawdown, where the drawdown only moves up at the close of the session. But in the pro account, we have what's called an intraday trailing drawdown, which means the drawdown moves up every time the account makes a new high, even if the trade is not closed out. Now, if you do get moved to the Pro Plus account, the drawdown at that point also goes back to the end of the day drawdown. However, the intraday drawdown is not as scary as it seems. In the intraday drawdown, one thing to note, the drawdown will stop adjusting up, and depending on which account size you have, will determine when that drawdown stops. And to know when that drawdown will quit moving, we have to refer to the buffer zone. Now, the buffer essentially is going to be whatever your drawdown amount is. So if you're trading a 50K account, your buffer is going to be $2,000. I currently have 5 Take Profit Trader Pro accounts, so my drawdown will stop once I've made $4,500 of profit. The drawdown will then no longer move. And to show you guys, I know a little something about trying to defeat this pesky intraday drawdown. Here is an equity curve from a current account that I have with Take Profit Trader. We can see I've traded this account for a total of 55 days. Now, I got to be honest with you, during this drawdown right here, I was not applying the technique that I'm going to share with you guys that can stop you from having massive drawdowns. If you see, I do go through spurts where I have a couple of days of losing trades, but as we scroll down and look at some of the losses, for instance, today I traded after the stream, I ended up closing down $91. On the 4th, I lost $103. Here, I lost about $237. And I really think the largest losing day that I've had has been somewhere around $600. November 25th, I lost $529. But notice, I may not be making a lot on each of these days, but one thing I'm trying to do is control the risk. I'm trying to make sure that I don't have a catastrophic blowout day. Now, I was very close on this day right here going on tilt. You can see the account balance from $150,116 all the way down here to $148,680. That was an outsized loss than what I want to see in this account. And once I got my Apex accounts funded, I just started linking all the accounts together, and it meshed very well because Apex also has what's called an intraday drawdown. And notice, once I've done that, notice how smooth the equity curve has gotten. Even though I've had days where I've had a little bit of a drawdown or periods of drawdown, notice the drawdowns have been manageable, where it's not just a one-day blow up and then we start rallying up. Now, in order for this drawdown to stop, remember from the previous slide, since I'm dealing with a 150K account, my drawdown will quit adjusting up once I'm able to obtain $4,500 of profit. We can see my current closing balance is $154,131. Now, the highest closing balance I've had in this account was $154,223. So in this example right here, I was less than $300 away to being able to get that drawdown to stop. And guess what? And then once that drawdown stops, there's also another benefit with Take Profit Trader. If you scroll down here real quick, let's look at what the payout requirement is. I personally think Take Profit Trader has the #1 payout policy out there. Not only is Take Profit Trader 30% off right now, but you can also get your test refunded at your first payout. To take advantage of this offer, use the link in the description box down below. Use code epitome at checkout. Now you can see right here under withdrawals, it says you can withdraw on day #1. Well, I do not suggest anybody trying to achieve day 1 payouts. It's going to cause you to over leverage and more likely end up blowing up the account. But we come over and look at maximum withdrawal amount. So if we look right there, the maximum amount, unlike other firms who limit the amount of money you're able to withdraw, there is no maximum withdrawal amount at Take Profit Trader. And that's one thing that definitely sets Take Profit Trader apart from the rest of the pack. Now, if we come over real quick, and we look at the buffer rule, this is going to be important if you're looking at payouts with Take Profit Trader, but the buffer requirement in order to withdraw from any active pro account, you have to be above the buffer zone. And again, when we talk about the buffer zone is the drawdown amount. So anything above and beyond that, so since my drawdown is $4,500, Once I'm above that, even if I'm only above it by 50 bucks, I can then start to potentially get daily payouts with TakeProfit Trader. So the key is I want to get above the buffer, one, so the drawdown will stop moving, two, so then I can activate the payout policy and start actually being able to pay myself as a trader through TakeProfit Trader. Now, here's the first question that we're going to go ahead and answer. Will the trailing drawdown apply to above the buffer for each pro account? So yes, if you have 5 TakeProfit Trader pro accounts like I do, then each of the accounts must be over the buffer, 1, for the drawdown to quit ratcheting up, and 2, to get the payout. Each account can have a different drawdown amount, and if you're using the copier, it'll most likely be very close. But if you're trading them individually, the drawdown will be treated separately on each of these accounts. So now let's take a look at the second question I picked out of the comment section, and that is going to be, is the intraday drawdown calculated after you close your position? And no, the drawdown is calculated on your open P&L. So if you have a trade go up $1,000 on you, you close it out for break even, you would lose $1,000 of drawdown. And that's why it's going to be very important to pay attention to the end of this video. So to illustrate this for you real quick, if we're looking at the chart on the left-hand side, let's assume the trader got in right around 25,172. From that point, the market rallies on up, and we see the NASDAQ rallies up 202 points. Well, then if the market ends up turning and coming all the way back down and the trader stops out for break even, in this example, the trader is then going to lose 202 points of drawdown on that trade. If you're dealing with the NASDAQ, that's going to be roughly $4,000 of intraday drawdown that's going to be lost from potentially taking a break-even trade. If you're trading micros, it'll be roughly $400 or so, assuming you're only trading one micro. Now, something I failed to mention with that break-even trade, for instance, if you got in right here and it ran up that 200 points on you, the drawdown would only ratchet up if that move up was able to push your account to new equity highs. If your account was already in drawdown and you close that trade out for break even, the drawdown will not move in that example. So remember, if the market move is pushing your account to new equity highs, is going to be the only time the drawdown is going to move up. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the last question. What's the best way to beat the intraday to get past the buffer? You can see I answered the question right there. Use micros and take it slow. I do not trade minis until I'm close or even over the buffer. Now, I shared that comment after we already seen this oopsie doopsie right here. That right there was a mini contract, but once I went ahead and linked all the accounts together, meaning my TakeProfit Trader accounts, my Apex accounts, my MyFunded Futures accounts, and my Tradeify accounts together, I've only been trading micro contracts in all of those accounts. And you can see the equity curve is not nearly as erratic as we saw here. Big down, big up. We don't want all that. We want to try to keep it as manageable as possible. So what is the best way to actually beat it? Well, one, I only trade micros, and to be more specific, I only trade the MES, the S&P 500 futures contract, the micro contract. Now, one of the things I do like to do when I'm trading this is I'm either using the GEX levels, looking for larger moves, or I'm trading off the volume profile and again, looking for larger moves. If you guys have watched any of my analysis videos, I talk about volume profile rotation trades all the time. If you look, one of the examples we gave out in the video on Thursday night, I said if we break back below value area high, which is right here, we are likely going to come down towards this minus development area. That's good for 17.75 points. Now, if you were to play that all the way down towards that point of control, that was a potential of 35 points of profit. Now, there are no guarantees, but if you're trading micros, even though I have a mixture of 50K and 150K accounts with the various prop firms out there, what I do is my max position is only 2 micros. So if I'm going to DCA, I'll start with 1 micro and then I'll add to the trade if I so well choose to. So in this example, if I would have got in here and the market came right down to there, let's look at what my drawdown would have been. In that example, if I measure from the entry right over there, I would have been up 14 points on the trade. Well, then as the market from that point started to push back up, I would be giving back 19.5 points of drawdown. But if we're dealing with a micro contract, if I were to have 2 micros on, this move against me would only roughly be about $200. where if I had this same position with 2 minis, I would then be giving up $2,000 of drawdown. And that's why it's very important. Start off slow, trade it very small. The way I trade the micros, I'm looking for much larger moves. If you guys join me on the live streams, you guys see I'm targeting large point of control areas. I'm targeting some of these gamma exposure levels down here as well. Or I'm even looking for minus development areas. Now, if you guys want to check out all the prop firms I trade with, make sure to check out the links in the description box down below. And if you guys want to learn about the #1 rule every trader must know if you're trading with Take Profit Trader, then you want to make sure to watch this next video right here.